Hey, this is D Knight.
This is Carol.
This is Ty.
Todd was taking a shot. And you're listening to the Pardon the Insurrection podcast. And no, she wasn't taking a shot at anyone's dog. She was taking a shot of alcohol. We don't shoot dogs on this podcast, at least not in the face, and especially if they're not good dogs. But before we get to that, make sure you check out sheetsandgiggles.com for some of the most delightfully soft and luxurious sheets on planet Earth. If you do happen to shoot your dog in the face with some sheets, you can at least bury them in some sheets from Sheets and Giggles. So as per the usual, of course, it was a wacky, insane week. The insanity never stops. Somehow Trump manages to suck up all of the oxygen out of the room, and that's without him even being in the White House somehow. So imagine what a second term would be like. I know you guys don't want that, so make sure we don't let that happen. Go ahead and hit that Joe Biden button in November. So first of all, earlier last week, during a hearing on Trump's gag order violations, Trump attorney Todd Blanch argued that Trump should be able to defend himself from perceived attacks, even if they're made by witnesses in the case. And he then shared a series of taunting tweets from Michael Cohen, including one that employed Cohen's nickname for Trump, Donald Von Schitzenpants. And this was a post that Blanche read aloud.
Tell us how you really feel.
There was also another post that was included that included a Photoshop picture of Trump as a chubby superhero named Super Victim, to which the occupants of the courtroom laughed vociferously. I just thought this was kind of funny because I can only imagine how much your lawyers must hate you if they want to enter evidence into the record and the evidence is someone else calling you Donald Von Schitzenpants. Like, that's incredible. Like, what do you think Todd Blanch's opinion of Trump must be at that point?
Like, what? No, exactly. Like, what the hell was he thinking? Like, definitely not a win for Trump, but
no.
I mean, well, I read that he hasn't been paid, so maybe that's the reason.
All right, I don't know the details of the payment arrangements between Trump and Todd Blanch, but we all know, like, everyone makes fun of Trump's attorneys because half of them typically don't get paid. But in this case, I do believe the super PAC, Trump Save America, is funding a significant portion of Trump's legal defense. So Blanch has got to he's got to be getting some money out of that, right? There's no chance he's getting no money. Maybe he's not
Probably
being.
Not.
Yeah, I'm just. And like, we're in the middle of the trial.
What are they doing it for all the glory, or maybe they've been promised some like horrible position in the next.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure the reason why Blanch is doing this is likely because he wants to get an appointment in the Trump administration. I would imagine he's aiming for, the Southern District of New York, AUSA position. I'm guessing. Because really, look, I don't know Todd Blanch personally, but from what I hear about other lawyers who've worked with him in the past, they say he was not like this, was typically.
And he'll get along really well with Attorney General Alina Habba.
Exactly. But no, they said he's a good lawyer and he's a decent trial lawyer, and he seemed like a reasonably decent person. So for him to take this kind of turn, like, it has to be personal aspirations of what he might get in a second Trump term. But like, if you work for Trump and you know him well at that point, why, as a lawyer anyway, why would you want to work in his administration? I mean, I guess that way you could avoid being pogromed, but.
Well, because the government would pay you. So, because you don't have to worry about Trump not paying you. You'll be getting that check.
If you want to make money, the last thing you want to do is be a lawyer for the Department of Justice. Like, private practice pays so much more money. Speaking of which, you know how they were talking about the lawyer that was working for Fani Willis's office, supposedly being overcompensated, but typically, like in private practice, you make so much more money that even as in like his position as a special counsel for the DA's office in Georgia, like it's not underpaying, but compared to what he could have made in private practice, like
Well,
a term for it, like it's a joke. They call it not pro bono, but low bono.
well, the thing is, he's also a judge and he's been in private practice for a while. And the
Yeah.
money was not going like directly into his pocket, it was going to his firm,
Yeah.
where you have like
Yes. Paralegals and all the other people on the staff.
yeah, like other attorneys, etc.
But no, just the point I was making is like going to work for the government, it just doesn't pay great for a lawyer who could be, practicing at a.
And he wasn't her first choice. And that's they seem to want to gloss over.
Yeah,
It's just everybody else is like, nah, bro.
I know this is
This is like
this is clearly a soft spot for you.
this dude.
I'm sorry if I'm reopening raw wounds, but yes, we were all disturbed by what happened in Georgia. But no, I don't know what Blanche's problem is, but clearly this was a passive aggressive move on his part to throw shade at Trump. But I totally understand. If I was Trump's lawyer and I had to represent him dutifully, I would be taking shots like this every opportunity, because fuck that guy. I mean, he's falling asleep in court. He's doing insane shit. He's attacking witnesses. He's saying shit about the judge. He's saying shit about the jury. He's saying shit
farting
about
on you. He's farting
yes,
on you.
sharding in court. Like, just a total fucking clown show. If I had to be Trump's lawyer, I would probably shoot myself in the face like I'm cricket.
But he didn't have to be. He chose this for himself, unless
That is true.
Yeah, well,
unless they're all being blackmailed into doing it.
to some degree,
I
once you're
wouldn't also put that past them.
well, once they got the trial, like he really doesn't have a choice. Like the judge isn't going to let him off the case. But yes, point made.